Hello, it's Dr. Suga.
Hello, it's Dr. Suga. Hello, it's Dr. Suga. Hello, it's Dr. Suga here. How can I help you? It was me.
Alright. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Just let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. Bye. Informed patient that antibiotics does not cure viral illnesses.
Morning, everyone. My name is Suga, and I am not a morning person. Conceal the fact that you've got a lifetime of debt. Have you ever wondered what life is like working as a junior doctor in general practice during a pandemic? In that case, you have come to the right video because, guys, today I'm going to take you along to an exciting day in general practice. I am currently in my second year of being a junior doctor in a cute little general practice in East-Midlands for the past 3 months. And guys, it's definitely been such a good break from the hospital, which I return to in about 2 weeks' time. In case you didn't know about this Demogorgon that's been flying around for the past year or so, you will know that there's been a lot of major changes in how clinical work is done in general practice. About 1/5 of the consultations in the country are now done via telephones. We're also incorporating more digital tools and introducing video consultations and loads of other ways in which we can provide services for our patients remotely. Today, I will give you guys an insight on what life is like working as a junior doctor during this time and the kind of things I do on a daily basis. And on top of that, today isn't just any other day, it's a very historic moment for me because I will be getting the final dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. And you know what I've realized since starting YouTube, I actually haven't given myself a moment to really introduce myself and let you guys know who am I, what I do, what I'm about. And to be honest, you're all probably just sat there thinking like,
Is she? Who is she? Who is she?
so as well as giving you guys a good day in the life video, I hope this vlog will also give you a bit more insight as to what I am about. So before we start the day, first things first, subscribe. Most mornings I FaceTime my dad because I'm just so cute. Morning, father.
গুড মর্নিং। আচ্ছা, তোমাদের আমি একটা মিনিট পরে ফোন করতেছি।
Huh?
একটা মিনিট পরে ফোন করতেছি, আমি আরেকটা ফোনও আছে।
Okay.
Just 1 minute, yeah.
Okay, right. Now, I'm gonna get ready. I know a lot of people wear scrubs, and I feel like if I don't wear scrubs and wear a stethoscope around my neck in my sleep, then I am not a certified doctor. But I am in GP practice at the moment. Hello. আমি আজকে কোভিড ভ্যাকসিন নিমু।
Good luck to you.
Thank you. Did you have your first one?
Yes, I had.
Felt good?
It was very good.
Testimonial from Pappa Roy. Say that again.
Yeah.
How did you feel after the first vaccine?
I felt very good.
What, are you going to
Yes.
take the second one?
Yes, I'm ready to do it.
Yes! Do you want to say hi?
Yeah. Hello, hi. Hi.
Oh my god. Haven't made the bed.
Bruh.
Let's go. Looking all sleek for the telephone consultations.
Walk a mile in these Louboutins.
So, from my commute, I take my pimp mobile. Being 4'4" comes with a lot of perks. I sit on what people like to call a car seat, but I'd like to call it a throne. Now, I'm one of those people who don't mind commutes just because it's my time to myself, listening to what I want to listen to, catching up on like my feelings. I like to keep it really calm, listen to a few podcasts, learn a few things.
I know that's right. You should make my earthquake.
Nothing wakes me up more than
I'm like shit ballers, cause we really with the people.
There is no increase in the overall risk of blood clots with this vaccine.
no
Since the Prime Minister Boris Johnson.
I'm just one soul in this whole galaxy.
Now, before I go in, I wanted to have a quick carpool conversation about some of the stuff that has been on my mind for a while. People always ask me, what's the hardest part about your job this year? For me, what I found the hardest is educating people about something that is also new to me. I honestly think one of the most important things about being a doctor is to be able to encourage your patients to think critically. Because we're living in a generation where information is just thrown in your face. And so if we can educate patients to critically think about the things that they read about or the things that they see, then it makes both of our lives much easier, because if they do that, they'll make the right decisions about their health. And yeah, at the beginning of the lockdown, one of my friends, she made an Instagram account called Skeptific, which was absolutely sick. And Skeptific was basically encouraging people to just be able to recognize what they see in the media and how to identify reliable sources and how to actually critically think about the things that you read and not just take it for face value. And essentially, when it comes to the COVID-19 vaccine, everyone's got their own opinions about it. But I think at this stage, all I will say is whatever decision you make, just make sure you make it using the right sources and the right information. Because whilst critical thinking is great, if you remove the thinking out of it, it then just becomes critically dangerous. And that's the battle that I think healthcare professionals are trying to fight. They're trying to stop people from making critically dangerous decisions about their health and also for the safety of others. But yeah, that's my carpool conversation done for the day. Cool. Time for the morning clinic. So the kind of things that I do on a daily basis is I have 2 clinics. I have a morning clinic and an afternoon clinic. For all patients, I get around 15 to 20 minutes. So I spend the first half doing the actual consultation, and the second half would be reporting to my supervisor. So unlike pre-COVID times, I don't do many face-to-face consultations. I only do face-to-face consultations if we feel like we have to examine them. Obviously, I try and use mugs which, make me feel really humbled about myself as a doctor. Right guys, I have finished my morning clinic. I'm just going to spend some time doing some admin work, and I'm also going to be doing some teaching before I get my second dose. So today I will be teaching my medical student.
Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel.
This is Hafsa, she's a 3rd year medical student. Now obviously it's absolutely lit working with me, but I said to myself that when I become a doctor, I will always try and make time for medical students, because it still feels raw when I was a medical student and I used to go to placement and sometimes felt a bit like an extra piece. So I hope it's all right working with me now.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
So recently we've actually been chatting a lot about the vaccine and the concerns about it, just because we both come from ethnic minority backgrounds, and it turns out we had a lot in common in terms of the kind of information that was flying around which made our families and friendship circles quite anxious about taking the vaccine.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. Like there was, or there probably still is, even a bit of apprehension around it. But I'd say it's probably improving now that more and more people are taking up the vaccine. Especially, you know, all the doctors, and especially like including my grandma, she was able to get the vaccine as well, which is great. But yeah, I'd say the apprehension probably stems from probably a lot of misinformation, people actually not knowing, you know, what, for example, what's inside it. But what's really good is that there's lots of organisations reaching out to, you know, people within the BAME community, particularly like, for example, the British Islamic Medical Association. They have like a whole booklet addressing like all the myths that you hear going around, which is great. Also like getting information out there in different forms, like aside from leaflets, having videos in different languages, which is brilliant.
You know, I think like it just helps getting that information from someone that looks like you and speaks the same language as you, and just communicating better really, and just giving that clarification.
Obviously for us as medical students, the pandemic's affected us because we're seeing less patients face to face. We're getting like less exposure to certain procedures and things. But like, how's it affected you in your medical training?
For me personally, it's affected me in terms of I got some comorbidities, and so I had to change a few of my rotations to accommodate that, which meant that, you know, a lot of the skills and stuff that I would have done if COVID wasn't there had to be limited. If anything, I feel like it's enhanced my training a lot, just because when something new is brought onto the table, you've got that curiosity to research more and learn more and all those things. For my colleagues who are working on the COVID wards and the respiratory wards, and in ITU, in A&E, I think the way it's just changed for them is just the amount of energy that they're using up in the workplace. It's very mentally taxing, and I think the main thing is the kind of cases that they're seeing. In the space of a week, they probably don't have that one day where things are slightly okay. It's just every day they're hearing a case or they're seeing a lot of deaths, which you otherwise wouldn't see. And I think if we can get through this, then eventually when we become seniors, it would just make us better leaders, better clinicians. So I guess you just got to see the light at the end of every tunnel, really.
Are you alright today?
I don't know. We'll find out.
I don't know.
Oh, this is a really tight shirt.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's alright. I think you're about there.
Ali, you'll be nice, won't you?
Yes.
You promise?
I do promise.
Okay.
I promise.
Don't laugh at me.
Oh. Got anything underneath?
Yeah, no.
Are you needle phobic?
Yeah, I am.
Are you really?
Yeah, but it's fine, just get over and done with.
Yourself round a little bit.
I haven't got a doctor. What do I put this as? A health
Is it that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay.
There we go. It's done. Joanne, okay. You're a superstar.
Thank you. Come on.
Thank you. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Are you alright now?
Yeah, what sort of side effects am I need to
So,
look out for?
your arm is likely going to ache. This is your second, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tomorrow, I didn't feel off colour until the next day. I felt like I was coming down with something. My arm ached and I felt shivery. Just take paracetamol. I know you're at work, but if you can, take it easy. All right. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So you can leave at 3:45. Okay. And
Okay, so wait 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Alison. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Stay safe.
You
Still
too.
stay safe. All right.
Bye.
No sleeper seats, that's a mattress. No sleeper seats, that's a mattress.
I have just arrived back home. Let's get out me car. When I go in, you're most likely going to see my housemate who's going to do like some like workout, triathlon or whatever. Like, she's always on one. Honey, I'm home. Hello. Go on, faster reps. Come on, girls, faster reps. Shall I join in too? Ah! Look at that ass. Sorry, bye. Rihanna, if you're watching this, then let me just tell you right now, your Fenty products are lit. Please sponsor me. Okay, so my evenings, what do we have today? First up is we've got an upcoming class with PTYA, which is the very reason why I started this channel. After that, got a couple meetings with a few things that I'm involved in. So as a junior doctor, like, people say work consumes you. I think work consumes you if you let it. I understand that there are certain other specialties that junior doctors are in which are absolutely chaotic right now, so I'm not going to speak on their behalf. But generally speaking, pre-COVID times, a lot of your time as a junior doctor is doing so many things outside, whether it's for your application or whether it's to make a statement that you're not just a doctor, you're not just a medical student type of thing. I have definitely learned to be a bit more selective this year. When you start working, your time is just precious, and if I don't really see like a long-term sustainable goal out of something, then the likelihood of me saying yes to a project is very low now, whereas before I used to just do anything and everything. There are two other things that I'm involved in at the moment. One is Card Medic, which is a very good application that is used in ITU, and they're basically audio and visual flashcards that doctors use to show their patients when they can't communicate through PPE. Another thing that I got recruited for is teachmepediatrics.com, which is part of the Teach Me series. As a medical student, I use this resource. It was absolutely sick. So my job is to be their what am I? Head of content creating team. But basically, my job is to make their articles very, very fancy and pretty, do loads of infographics, and just spice things up a bit, really. So, if you're a medical student, check that resource out. It will be great. Obviously, after a heavy gym sesh, gotta have a solid biryani. So, here's one that I made earlier using Deliveroo. And also, fun fact, it's not even actually fun. Our gym is right there. Right there. It was such a shame because, you know, I was planning to go every day, and after watching Behind Her Eyes, we just want to announce that I am Biba.
And I'm Sugar.
Try and do an impression of me. So okay, right, so obviously, like, behind your eyes, like, let me just, there's Sugar. It's like Freaky Friday, basically. Okay, try and do an impression of me.
Like,
I've got about half an hour till the PTYA Homework Club begins. The rest of the evening is filled with me being glued to some sort of a screen, whether it's for browsing, online shopping, TV, Clubhouse, Zoom meetings, and of course a daily microbiology lecture from my dad since he graduated from Sky News.
You look well better than you will love better than You look tired. Bruh.
I think I'm starting to feel it now. Nah, it's a bit of a sore arm, which you get from any vaccine really. I've taken paracetamol and ibuprofen just because I'm starting to feel a bit, you know, just down under the weather. But yeah, I think I'm just a bit tired, like I'm just always on the screen. I saw, like, I think about a month ago, my screen time was disgusting. Like, it was hours. What am I even doing? What am I doing? It's the pandemic, but it's like I'm working. I'm still leaving the house. I have lives to save, and yet I still have hours of screen time. Like, this is something that I'm definitely gonna work on. Like, I think my whole life is on the screen. So yeah, we're coming to the end of this vlog. As you can see, you know, life as a GP is very, very appealing. You know, you do have a routine. You do have flexibility, and yeah, every day is different, I guess. In terms of the vaccine, like I've said, you've got so much information out there. I think whatever you're doing, make sure you're making a decision with the right information from the right sources. So, you know, if there's ever a time when you really are doubting something, just don't jump the gun and take it as a holy grail. Like, just think for a while, and if you can't think, then just ask people, and make sure you kind of encourage that sort of discussion to question things and come up with a decision that is well balanced. And yeah, but before you go, take the vaccine. I have put all the links in the description below of the resources that are reliable, accredited, and yeah, it's the things that I have gone by when I'm taking the vaccine. So yeah. Charlie. It's December when like, oh, that's my food. Ooh. Now I used to work out loads. That doesn't even sound like me. Oh god, my friends are gonna be cussing me right now. Okay, no, for real. My goal, just like every other human in the UK right now, is June 21st. And yeah, real hot girl shit coming your way.